All right, guys, on number 13, you're going to notice that there is no system given to you, but they do give you enough information, if you read it carefully, to realize that you can solve this system of equations, or this particular problem, or do you want to know how many tickets we sell. We have to do this with school because we sell different football tickets, student tickets, senior tickets, adult tickets, and we have a certain number of tickets that are sold each game. We get a certain gate for each game. We have to account for that, and if that's not accounted for mathematically, then we have a problem with the state. So we are very good at doing that. Ms. Van is always on top of making sure that it's balanced out next door. And she will tell you that that is just a wonderful time to try to get that at the end of the night to make sure it's perfect, but it always is. So when we look at this, we have two types of tickets, and I think at that point it's going to be important that we define our variables. If we let S equal number of student tickets, that's going to allow us to use a variable to describe what we're looking for one of the things. And because A is what adults start with, number of adult tickets would make sense here. Once I have that, I know, because the first sentence or the second sentence tells me student tickets are $5 and adult tickets are $10. I know they made $600. I know that the $5 times each student ticket, that's how much they make in student tickets, the amount they make, plus $10 in adult tickets, because they would add the two types of tickets together, must equal $600. I also know, because, and it's kind of sneaky in here, they sold 85 tickets total. I know that the number of student tickets plus the number of adult tickets has to equal 85. Now what I would say in this case is it's probably going to be not the easiest thing if we're graphing this to find a solution. I think a table with what we know at this point, or what we've been reviewing, would be the better option for this. And we don't have to do a table where we do everything from 0 to 85. We can make a little table that makes sense for our needs. The number of student tickets plus the number of adult tickets, and we can do total sales maybe. Keep in mind that the number of student tickets and the number of adult tickets is always equal to 85. So, for instance, if we had 0 student tickets, we would have to have 85 adult tickets, and that was the relationship there. And then you can do 85 times 10. If you do 85 times 10, you get $850. Well, we noticed that they only made $600, so it does not make sense to say no student tickets were sold. But it also doesn't make sense. I know that if I take away one adult ticket and a student, it's not going to be right. So I'm going to just take off, let's say that there were 20 student tickets. 85 minus 20 means there's 65 adult tickets. So let's see how that would work. The student tickets were $5 a piece, and that's 20. Plus the adult tickets, which were $10 a piece, and there were 65 of those. That's going to be 100 plus 650, which is 750. Now that took off, when I added 20 student tickets, it took $100 off. So I think if I added another 20 student tickets, that would only leave 45 adult tickets, and we'll see what that gives us. 5 times 40 plus 10 times 45. Let's see what this will give us. 5 times 40 is 200, and then 450 from here. That gives us $650. Now we are a lot closer at that point, and each time I've added 20 student tickets, I've taken away $100. Well, I don't want to take away another $100 because then I would be below 600. So maybe it would make the most sense if I said 50 student tickets, looking at that pattern. Then there would be 35 spots left for adults. 5 and 50, 10 and 35. Let's see what that's going to give us. 5 times 50 is 250. 10 times 35 is 350. Put them together, you get $600. So the only way you can get $600 with the restrictions or constraints that they've given us here is if you have 50 student tickets and 35 adult tickets. And we should say that at the end, because that they asked that question directly, let's answer it directly. 50 student tickets and 35 adult tickets were sold. Sorry about my handwriting, but there is 13.